What is up, SJ Fishing fam? Today, I'm not fishing, I'm not hunting, not shooting guns. It's fishing related, but today we're going to be attempting to turn this into this. I don't know how well it's going to work out. I've never done anything like that before, but I've seen a couple people do it, and I don't see why I can't. So that's going to be the donor. I'm going to take the treble hooks and everything off of it and use those. And I don't know if I'm going to finish it today, so this might be a one-part, two-part deal. But, I mean, we might as well just go ahead and get in the shop and get into it. All right, first thing I did was I took the treble hooks off and got it to where I could trace the outline out. Now I'm going to cut this out, and then from there I'll draw the top and kind of sand it down from there. So, do that right quick. This is what I have so far. I think the next step I'm going to be doing is I'm going to split it down the center, take the rattles out of this, and hollow out the inside of this. Put those in there, plus it'll make it float better, and I'm going to try that. So let's hope I can cut a straight line down the center of this thing. I got it split in half. It's not perfect, but I think it'll work. Like I said, I'm just going to go around the center right here and kind of hollow that out. See what that does. What I have so far, I've clamped it down, glued it together, I've hollowed it out in the middle. The real test is to see if it actually floats in the water, and she floats. Look at that. All right, next step is gonna have to get these edges down, shape it up kinda, and see if we can get the treble hooks on there and everything. All right, this is it. I kinda got it sanded down and the edges rounded off a little bit. Starting to kind of come together. I gotta find a way to make it sit upright in the water, and I gotta kind of put a little epoxy in there and glue it back together. But other than that, I'd say it's coming out nice. So basically what I did off camera is I've sanded some more of it down, and I've got these two holes drilled here, and I'm gonna take and drop some solder in those two holes and then fill them in with epoxy or wood glue or something, and that should make it sit upright and kind of float down. So we'll see. All right, so essentially what I'm doing is all I'm taking is soldering iron, and just getting up close, sticking that down in there, melting the solder in there. Alright. I'm gonna test that out and see how that does. Let me go get my thing of water right quick. Alright, drop it in there and see what it does. If this doesn't do it, I'm gonna do one more hole. Let me see if I can figure out a way to get the treble hooks on there just temporarily and see how it does. Alright, so even with the treble hooks on there, it's floating upright, but I need it to sink, so I'm just going to drill one more pilot hole right in there and put some more solder in there. Alright, you can see it's still not really sinking down. It's starting to a little bit. You just want it to dive just a little bit in the water. You want it to sink down and kind of work its way back up. So I'm just going to keep adding solder till it does. Alright, basically what we're leaving off on today is this. I've got, you basically mix wood glue and sawdust and you put it back on there and it'll harden and you just sand it down and it'll come out even again. And that's what we're going to leave off on tonight. Let that dry overnight and I'll pick up in the morning, sand it all down, and then actually attach the hooks permanently and start painting and epoxy in it. Alright, so I got it all sanded down. It doesn't look the best, but I've got these little bitty eye hooks. I mean, they're tiny. And I've got them placed right there. That's for a treble hook and that's for a treble hook. And then there will be one more up top for where you tie the line to. Got it weighted down. I'm not really gonna do much on the painting. I'm probably gonna paint it silver or something. I don't know. I might try to paint it a little indifferent. I've got the epoxy ready to go somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but the bait's coming along nice as far as that goes. I mean, I ripped this open so I could get some of the balls out of it, and it didn't even work. I'm gonna take the eyes off of it probably too, but I mean, not bad. All right, the paint, I'm just gonna use this blue right here. I imagine it'll darken up a little bit once it's dry, and then just do some black lines on it. Kind of just, I don't know, I think it'd look cool. So I don't know if I need to put a layer of black under it first, but I'm gonna use the heat gun to dry it fast. So I'm just gonna time lapse this. I'm not gonna show you how I really paint it or anything because it's just painting. So enjoy the time lapse.
Let me out or let me in. You play a dangerous game that no one's gonna win. You tell me I'm not the same. Well, I have a heart to follow. The truth is so hard to swallow.
This is what it looks like. Oh, this is part right there. I gotta get right quick, but it don't look bad. And then the epoxy will brighten it up. I mean, it's kind of a unique color. I thought it would darken up a little bit, but it's no big deal really. Just want it to look decent. I kind of gave up on the stripes, not gonna lie. It's just black. It's not like the fish is gonna notice the detail in it, so gotta figure out how I'm gonna get the epoxy on it evenly and probably just do a couple other little things and see how it goes from there. One other little tidbit, got the eyes on there, so definitely looks more like a fish now. All right, so we changed the color. I went with a black and green, so yeah. That blue just wasn't doing it for me, kind of like purple, so this is a new color. To epoxy it, it sets in 5 minutes, so we're gonna try to get it on one side and then get it on the other. I don't really know the best way to do this, but trial and error, I guess. All right, got the first layer of epoxy on and it's already starting to shine a lot better. So I'm gonna let that dry. It says it sets in like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna give it, I don't know, 10, 15, whatever an idea. I just put it in the vise. That way it all kinds of gets on there evenly. And I'm gonna give it about 20 minutes before I check on it. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I mean, you can tell what it's gonna look like when I'm done. And in the next video, I'm gonna be taking it out and testing it out and making sure that, you know, it's not gonna come undone when I catch a fish. So I'll see you guys then.